The invisible path of mastery. Why the best leave. No trace. True mastery leaves no breadcrumbs. If excellence announces itself, it's not excellence, it's an echo. Imagine walking into a room and barely noticing someone, only to suddenly feel that everything shifted. Things got quieter, time felt deeper, presence just expanded. That, my friend, is the invisible path of mastery. Laozi's words in chapter 27 guide us to this elusive zone. Good works are trackless, good words are flawless. Good planning isn't calculating. True excellence, whether in martial arts, leadership, teaching, or breathing, isn't performance, it's presence. It doesn't scream, it ripples subtly. What if your most powerful work happened so deeply inside that nobody could copy your form? Only feel the change? That is what we're exploring today. Tao Te Ching, chapter 27. Good works are trackless, good words are flawless, good planning isn't calculating. What is well closed has no bolt locking it, but cannot be opened. What is well bound has no rope confining it, but cannot be untied. Therefore, sages always consider it good to save people, so that there are no wasted humans. They always consider it good to save beings, so that there are no wasted beings. So good people are teachers of people who are not good. People who are not good are students of people who are good. Those who do not honor teachers or care for students are greatly deluded, even if knowledgeable. This is called an essential subtlety. Trackless mastery, the power of invisible ripples. Good works are trackless. That doesn't mean invisible, it means unforced. It means that excellence doesn't leave a footprint on the ground because it arises from the inside, not the action. In martial arts, the highest level of form looks like meditative movement, soft, timeless, unhurried. But the lowest level is loud, busy, desperate. In business, the radical quiet of a leader who knows her vision deeply can shift culture more than 10 viral posts. In art, a brushstroke born from ease is alive, compared to the stroke made in struggle, which is brittle. Pay attention to this mindset check. Are you performing mastery or being it? Is your energy leaning into presence or leaning on technique? Mastery is a ripple, not a roar. Flawless words, speaking from stillness, not ego. Good words are flawless. Words need no correction when they land at the right moment. Consider a coach who speaks just once halfway through a series of techniques and it fixes everything. Or a partner who asks, "Are you okay?" in one breath and all your tension falls out. Flawless words emerge from clarity. They're not calculated, they're just true. The quieter the world, the more necessary these words become. Notice how often you speak to fill silence or to confirm identity. Practice pausing. Let your words come from silence. They carry weight, not volume. Invisible planning, the unwritten strategy. Good planning isn't calculating. Real strategy isn't spreadsheets and external validation. It's embodied foresight. Think of the hunter who walks into the forest, senses the wind, steps soft, presence deep. He doesn't calculate prey, he matches rhythm. In life, invisible planning means tuning into cycles, flows, needs. It's something felt in your bones, not plotted on paper. Try setting goals from your body's wisdom, not your mind's drive. Ask, what does my rhythm want next? Instead of what outcome do I need next? Locked without locks, practicing centeredness. What is well closed has no bolt locking it, but cannot be opened. The greatest boundaries are internal, not posted, not guarded. When you're aligned, your center is locked by your depth, not by protectionist armoring. Let me tell you the story of May, a martial practitioner. She had no external barrier, no verbal cue, no rigid rule. Yet in every movement, she stayed anchored. She did not lose her posture or breath. The structure that guided her was invisible, like the root beneath the earth, unseen but essential. In the academy, She moved like water flowing within the bounds of an unseen vessel. No one had to tell her when to bow, how to breathe, or where to pause. Her awareness did the talking. Her discipline wasn't loud. Her mastery didn't demand attention. And yet, it shaped everything she did. Students around her would sometimes try to emulate her, copying technique, mimicking stances. But what they missed was the true art, the quiet framework of presence and self-governance that gave her practice life. There were no ropes, yet her movements were bound in purpose, no bolts, yet her stillness was sealed with clarity. Her mind, body, and energy worked together not through force, but through congruence, something only possible when internal structure becomes second nature. May was a living example of what the Tao refers to when it says, "What is well bound has no rope, yet cannot be untied." Where are your boundaries? Are they active or reactive? Cultivate an internal boundary that holds quietly, untouchable not through force, but through rooted alignment. Teachers of the unwhole, the loop of learning and leading. Verse 9 flips greatness into humility. Good people are teachers. People who are not good are students of people who are good. The sage doesn't demand attention, they serve. And the unskilled are not mistakes, they are pathways to deeper teaching. The teacher who neglects the student is the one who collapses into ego. This is why every elder of tradition felt younger culture was not a threat. They were their own students in a mirror. Take a moment with this reflection. Where can you step into the role of teacher today, not to prove mastery, but to tend presence? Where can you receive, not as lack, but as expansion, subtlety as power? Laozi names this. This is called an essential subtlety. Subtlety is not smallness, it's depth. It's the difference between mastery and performance. When your mastery is subtle, it lasts. It doesn't need upkeep. It doesn't burn energy on appearances. Let me share a moment from my own path. I watched a martial teacher stand still at the center of a group of students. No demonstration, no correction. But as they moved, something about his silence shifted the entire energy. Mistakes stopped, focus settled, presence emerged. Later, I spoke to a student who said it this way: I didn't learn a technique from him. I remembered how to breathe. That's invisible mentorship. That's the unconditional generosity of the Tao. Let's translate this into embodiment. 1. Trace work, trace mastery, inner first. Pick a movement, breath, walk, stance. Do it visibly once. Then close your eyes and feel it internally 10 more times. 2. Flawless, whisper. Speak one sentence, I am still, softly, but with clarity. Let it reverberate. Notice how calm it leaves you. 3. Invisible boundary. Imagine a golden circle around your center, your root space. Not a defense wall, just a field of depth. Breathe into it and let it hold you, silently. 4. Teacher-student mirror. Name someone you can teach today without proving a point or letting the ego take over. Also name someone you can learn from without judgment, just an open heart. Mastery lives in the gentle trace. Laozi teaches that true mastery is invisible, effortless, subtle, and lasting. It doesn't roar. It doesn't seek applause. It has no scars. So ask yourself, are you performing or embodying? Are your actions leaving tracks or resonating quietly? Are you a presence or a presence in training? If you're embodying, your ripple extends beyond technique into legacy. Walk this path quietly, deeply, and let mastery, unseen, untold, be your greatest work.